Yeah, all right, so here we go, rushing out in there. Let's see if either Warlock is able to get, or if the one Warlock is able to get the gateway off. Yes, he did. He did manage to drop that down right into the middle like that. It is a weird map to try and get that gateway out, but already Avenger taking so much damage.
Yeah, he is. He's going to be caught in that Shockwave. I think that is a change. I don't believe that he was playing Shockwave last time, but we see a lot of pressure coming out onto Avenger already. Nooker has his Demon Soul pop. He's trying to spread those dots out, doing a good job of it. There's the Hex onto Thugonomicsz. It's going to be decursed by Novoz. The MCS comes in. Will going to have to be used there by Dannycarey. He's into the Deep Freeze, though. Will the Sheep be able to follow that up? Doesn't look like it. There's just too much pressure onto Avenger, who's unable to get that off. We see Zwen once again pop instantly. The Shockwave comes out onto Avenger. No, never mind. It's not there. Temporal is going to be popped here. He's just trying to reduce as much damage as possible. Novoz taking a little bit himself, but Dannycarey, you know, as I talked about, being so aggressive.
Yeah. It is a little bit, sorry, it does look like we're having a little bit of a glitch with our tournament UI at the moment. I apologize for that, but nonetheless, you can sort of see what's going on anyway. There it goes. Looks like things are starting to clear up a little bit. Avenger's still taking so much damage. He did try to get a polymorph off, but it did not look like it actually landed. Dannycarey was feared, but did manage to get out of there. He does have Will of the Forsaken just coming off of cooldown, but there's the Deep Freeze on him as well. And they're trying to go for something on Novoz, it looks like. Yeah, they're taking doing a whole bunch of damage to Novoz.
Yeah, he's actually having to pop that Shaman while Dannycarey was able to use his trinket a little bit earlier, so he's not going to have that available. He does have Will up, though. Tremor going to be coming off cooldown here pretty shortly as well. Avenger now down about half HP. The grounding going to be dropped by Shotky, but he's going to get stuck into that in-cap. Is the leg sweep coming off that? No, doesn't look like it. So they're changing it up a little bit. Novoz trying to get that damage out once again. We see the trinket going to be used on that Shockwave by Avenger. We have the temporal shield up, but will it be enough? He may have to block here. Yep, he goes into the block. We do see there's the trinket on the in-cap from Nooker. Nooker going to get out of that. There was a Hex on Shotky. It's going to be decursed by Avenger. They're trying to get something going on in Novoz. They have to get some pressure out before Shaman Rage comes back up. They have 35 seconds.
Yeah, and looking at the mana on the healers again, you remember last game, both healers were getting pretty low on mana, but this time Dannycarey has a very strong lead.
Here's the orb,
mana.
though. Deep comes out. It's going to be trinketed immediately by Novoz. He knows he's in trouble. That is that window of opportunity that I was talking about before Shaman Rage is up. But can they get anything done? They still have 20 seconds. I'm just not sure that they're going to be able to get that damage out that they need. 15 seconds until is up, so they may have to wait, get through it again, and then go for the kill when he doesn't have trinket or Shaman Rage. But the problem is then Dannycarey has his trinket, so it's just this constant rotation of cooldown from PvP Live. But there's the Howl coming out. Noah's actually going to Shaman Rage there. That was very preemptive.
I believe he may have actually used it for the mana regen because he was completely and totally dry at that point.
Yeah, well, and that could come back to haunt him. There's the coil coming out onto him. Are they going to be able to get the setup here? There's the will coming out from Dannycarey as well. So his trinket is on that internal cooldown. Can they get something going here? They need to do it. Novo's taking quite a bit of damage. He is going to be the deep freeze onto Dannycarey. We see Novo's AoE Spell Reflect coming out from Thugonomicsz, who's also taking some damage here. And they just need CC on Dannycarey. They have a lot of pressure coming out. Avenger's been sitting low, but Shotky's doing a great job keeping up. The Hex now trying to come out there from Novoz. He's not able to get it off just yet, but we do see that Dannycarey once again topping his team back off.
Yeah, Dannycarey got feared there, but there was a great tremor, I believe, from Novoz that managed to get him out of that fear in a hurry. Dannycarey has no CC breaks left at this point, so he needs anything he can to be able to continue to keep his team alive, but he's doing a great job of it so far, and it looks like the left side of the screen is all full, and the right side of the screen actually not too bad either.
Yeah, it's just the mana, once again, that seems to be the issue here. Shotky, down about 60,000 mana already, and we're not even at dampening yet. So will he be able to get a drink off here? We'll find out. Thugonomicsz, though, going to pop Bloodbath. He's going to pop his trinket. He's going to have his Orc Racial up as well. There's the Shaman Wall once again used by Novoz. He's going to have to tremor that, but he tremors into a ring. There's a deep freeze on Dannycarey. Can the CC come off that? That would be huge. Full Sheep comes out. Novoz could be in a little bit of trouble here. He's in a bit of an awkward position, but the dots aren't up, and they're not able to really get that pressure just because this warrior is just glued to Avenger, and Avenger really having trouble getting the setup that he needs. We see the spell lock coming in, though, from Nooker onto Novoz. Coil going to come out there onto Thugonomicsz. Will they be looking to swap it over on him? Perhaps. But Dannycarey, keeping everyone topped off and making it hard for this MLS.
Yeah, and we talk about Shotky possibly getting out to get a drink in, but where do you drink on this map?
Yeah.
Where do you go exactly? It's so wide open. There's nowhere that's really safe except for way back in one of the openings. And if he goes back there, he's putting his team at extreme risk.
Here we go, though. The damage going to be coming out. Full Icicles are up. There's the instant trinket from Novoz once again on that deep freeze, but he is taking a lot of damage still. Those Icicles are proccing out. He did drop the Healing Tide as well. Dannycarey coming out of that sheaf now. His trinket's going to be up once again in a couple of seconds, so it's just this constant rotation. We talked about how tanky this setup is, and they're really showing it. They're just kind of slowly riding LGIM into the ground.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we keep bringing up the mana, but you just watch that mana bar going farther and farther and farther down from Shotky. Avenger actually taking a whole bunch of damage there for just a second. Does get a ring off, though, and he will port out of there with the gateway. So he should be safe for the time being. That's a very nice ring place there for defensively. But it does leave Nooker out in the open. No, he's going to take the gateway over there as well.
Good choice, and he's got to resummon that pet anyway. Both players had lost their pets in those exchanges, so they are going to be able to resummon those back up. Nice shockwave comes in on both the DPS, though, from Thugonomicsz. You can see he does still have that victory rush up from killing one of those pets earlier. Zerker Rage going to be used on that Howl. Deep Freeze onto Novoz. MCS onto Dannycarey. No Dispel coming out, though. There's the CS to follow that up onto Novoz. Avenger taking quite a bit of damage. The Frost Nova does come out. He's trying to get for a Shatter. Just trying to build up those Icicles once again. Avenger really liking to play that setup style, as I did talk about. You can see him cast Frost Bolts a lot more than the North American and European counterparts. He's really just trying to stack up those Icicles and go for these big burst kills. But so far, it really hasn't worked out. Unleash coming out from Novoz. He's looking for that big burst. He has the Unleash up. He has his Racial up. Avenger going to get really, really low here. Temporal has been popped, but can they finish him off through it? He's getting a lot of healing from that right now, but Shotky having some trouble topping him back off. He's just constantly sitting at about half HP. There's the Paralyze onto Nooker. We do see that Thugonomicsz going to pop that Spell Reflect. His Frost Orb was used, and Ascendant's going to be popped here by Shotky. Leg sweep out onto Nooker there. Dannycarey just doing a good job locking him down.
It's so low. He's so low. He's taking so much damage. Did have to Ice Block, though, once again, and it will survive just a little bit longer.
Yep, and we did see the will used there by Dannycarey into the full sheep. Nice shot there by Avenger. The Palm Sheep does come out. Novo's going to pop that Shumwall immediately. Nice reaction before the MCS comes out, so he's going to get that Shumwall up. He does have his trinket available once again here, and we are now into that dampening stage. We're at 6 minutes into the match, so it's starting to ramp up a bit. When we start getting a couple more minutes in, it becomes so hard, and you can see Shotky really, his mana really starting to hurt now. Avenger, though, so low here. Gonna have to blink away. Can he get out of there? He's down to 200k HP. He's gonna have to trinket that charge stun. He's trying to get out of there. He does, but can Shotky actually top him back off? He's going for that Ring of Frost. He's going for the Polymorph now. He does fake the interrupt, I do believe. Now he's gonna get pummeled on it. And Avenger, he's just getting slammed into the ground here. And Thugonomicsz is just going so offensive. He's just able to sit in battle. They're not really targeting him, so he has so much rage the whole game. And with dampening plus MS now, Shotky is and things are looking like it's pretty much over for LGIM.
Yeah, Avenger once again taking damage. Shotky just does not have the mana to be able to keep him alive at this point. There's another Ice Block out from Avenger, but how long can they really hold this on? There's a nice Frost Nova to root people in place, but is it going to last him long enough to keep alive? It looks like a Healing Tide goes down, but is it going to be what it is? Ooh, Spirit Link. Very nice Spirit Link there to be able to keep him alive just a little bit longer, but is it going to be enough?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, man. Thugonomicsz still just training away onto him, and they're just ignoring this warrior, so he's allowed to do pretty much whatever he wants. We see that there's a swap over onto the Shaman. The frames, I'm not sure exactly what the HP of these players are right now, but there's the Deep Freeze onto Dannycarey. We see Dematerialize proccing once again. The Coil coming off that. Are they actually going to try to swap to him here, or is that just for CC? It looks like the frames have now caught up once again. Shotky down very low on mana. He's going to pop that Spirit Walker's Grace, trying to get out of there. 180k HP, paralyzed onto Avenger. It looks like this is going to be it. His all cooldowns are up, and Shotky surely going to go down here, and PvP Live going to take another round.
Wow, that was another intense match. That one went on for, well, I mean, it's still going on, but 8 minutes. That's getting pretty deep into dampening territory at that point. And with how much mana Shotky had to spend early on just to keep his team alive, going into dampening at 80k mana is just terrifying. That is never a situation you want to be in as a healer.
Yeah, I mean, he's able to maintain a relatively low mana quite well, but the